I spent 2 weeks with possibly the best foldable smartphone of the year. This foldable phone embarrasses the hell out of Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 in terms of weight, thickness, and crease. It's like holding iPhone 15 Pro Max or Pixel 9 Pro XL. It's genuinely mind-blowing how thin this thing is, while still packing a 16% bigger battery than the Galaxy Z Fold 6, giving it the best battery life tested in the battery drain test, almost 1 hour plus compared to the Fold 6, and even beating the iPhone 15 Pro Max. It's got a proper wide outer screen with crazy 5000 nits of brightness, and finally a software to back it all up, powered by Google AI models and cloud technologies. And a camera that is actually flagship level. We're gonna talk about everything in this video. All of this for at least $200 to $300 cheaper than the Z Fold 6/Pixel 9 Pro Fold. This is the mind-bending Honor Magic V3. I've used it for 2 weeks and this is my experience. But first, let's take a look at the unboxing because it is very important to show that Honor, even in 2024, is giving you everything you need inside the box, including the 66-watt fast charger along with the USB-C cable, a protective case, and the SIM ejector tool. You just don't get these things out of the box anymore, no matter how much you pay for a flagship phone, so definitely appreciate this by liking this video. So right out of the box, the moment I held this phone in my hand for the first time, I was genuinely mind blown at how thin and light it felt compared to my Galaxy Z Fold 6. Like, if you have ever used a Samsung Fold or any other company's foldable phone, I highly recommend you to at least once in your life hold the Magic V3 in your hand. It is 9.2mm thin compared to 12.1 on the Z Fold 6, while having just 226 grams of weight. It feels almost the same weight as my iPhone 15 Pro Max or the Pixel 9 Pro XL, and it's much lighter than my Galaxy S24 Ultra. It even has comparable level of thickness to all of these flagship phones while packing a 5150 mAh battery. And my god, what a battery experience, perhaps the best I've experienced on a foldable phone, easily lasting me throughout the day even with heavy use. And yes, it does have official IPX8 water resistance rating, which is good enough for a fold of this kind. It's got an all-metal design with a premium matte finish, Honor's iconic triple camera setup design with a proper periscope zoom, extremely fast fingerprint scanner on the side, and even with a fold, they decided to include the forgotten IR blaster, so you can use this phone as a smart remote to control your television, your AC, and even your projector. Looking at the screen, starting from the outer display, as you can tell, this is a proper widescreen 6.4-inch smartphone-like display with a whopping 5000 nits brightness. This is pretty much the same screen we get on the Honor Magic 6 Pro. It also has the latest Honor Nano Crystal Shield for the ultimate protection. Because this is a proper wide screen, it is proper optimized for all the third-party apps, especially the social media apps, which looks and feel a lot more optimized compared to the narrow screen of the Z Fold 6. And let's not forget, the keyboard typing experience is a lot more comfortable. Once you actually use a widescreen foldable phone, it's just really hard to go back to a narrow display. Now, the moment I unfolded this display, I was greeted with the most creaseless inner screen that I have used so far. Like, this is the first foldable I've used where I can't feel the crease that much by my finger. It's a 7.9-inch display with 1600 nits of brightness. While it's not the brightest inner screen on a fold, it is definitely the healthiest for your eyes. This is the world's first smartphone screen with AI Defocus Eye Protection technology. To explain this in simple terms, basically the phone's display can optimize itself to reduce temporary myopia or temporary eye blurriness you may experience after using a screen for a longer period of time. On top of this display also has the 3840Hz PWM dimming number. Like Honor is truly hell-bent on creating the most healthiest eye display, and honestly, this is their best creation. Now, this big display is perfectly optimized for true multitasking experience along with a proper media experience with apps like Netflix or Amazon Prime. Also, not gonna lie, this phone has got me back into mobile gaming. I've been playing quite a lot of games on this big display and it's doing an amazing job. Thanks to Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip, you can pretty much run anything super smooth, no issues. Now, for a great folding smartphone experience, you have to have the best optimized software, and I have to say, Honor has actually delivered with the Magic V3. Pretty much all the third-party apps that I use, for example, Instagram or Twitter, or some of the other apps, these are perfectly optimized to use and utilize this big screen. With built-in features like hover mode, which lets you use this as a mini laptop with any app you want. Plus, the whole software is powered by Google Gemini, and if you have the Gemini advanced version, you will get the Gemini Live as well, which works really well, especially with the other Google app integration like YouTube, where you can ask Gemini to give you a transcript of any YouTube video that you're watching. You also get AI Eraser to remove unwanted objects from images. We get a real-time AI translator or interpreter which can translate a number of different languages pretty easily. We've got a global taskbar that makes it very easy to drag your recent apps into multi-window, which works great. We also get Magic Capsule, aka Dynamic Island, for certain apps to show ongoing activity with some state-of-the-art iOS level animations. We also have Magic Portal, one of my favorite Magic OS features. This lets you drag and drop images to supported applications with just a swipe, as well as extracting text or addresses from web pages and using them on supported applications. You can use the phone hands-free thanks to all the air gestures, which works surprisingly well. With wireless projection, you can transform this into a desktop-like experience. You can use the cover screen to take photos and videos using the back camera, which gets you the highest quality selfie videos and photos. The only subtle catch with the software is that it still only supports up to 4 years of major OS updates, which is still quite a lot, but not the industry standard, which is 7 years that we see on some of the older devices. Now let's talk about these camera sensors on the back. We've got a periscope 3.5x lens coming at 50 megapixel resolution, combined with a 50 megapixel main lens and a 40 megapixel ultra wide angle lens. Although this is not the same camera setup you get on the Honor Magic 6 Pro, it is still a flagship level camera system that actually takes really good photos in most lighting scenarios. It shoots high quality 4K 60 FPS video. Compared to the Z Fold 6, you can actually switch all the lenses while you're shooting the 4K 60 FPS video. The 3.5x telephoto lens is actually a periscope zoom sensor, and when you zoom in beyond 5x all the way up to 10x or 20x level, you're going to see a sharper result, and it's more apparent when you're shooting the video. Plus, when you switch to 50 megapixel resolution, you're bound to get more detail compared to the 12 megapixel 3x lens on the Fold 6. Like I said, it is definitely a flagship level camera system that has certain strengths over Samsung. Plus, the fact that you can utilize all three of these main lenses on the back for your selfie photos and videos is absolutely amazing. So what's the verdict? Well, I think there's no excuse anymore. The cat is out of the bag. Honor Magic V3 truly brings the foldable smartphone innovation that we were all waiting for. They weren't kidding when they trolled Samsung, because this actually backs up all of their claims. A folding smartphone that is nearly as light as the iPhone 15 Pro Max, an AI-powered software that finally competes with Samsung, giving you all the tools you need for a foldable smartphone, and most importantly, you're getting an incredible battery life. Again, all at a cheaper price compared to Samsung and Google. The only catch I would say is the 4 years of major OS updates, but other than that, it is such a good fold. If you're someone who uses foldables or interested in trying foldables, I highly recommend you guys to at least somehow try this phone in real life, use it in your hand. You can experience a mind-blowing feeling. What do you guys think? Is this the best folding smartphone of 2024? Drop a comment below, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.